need to cement some wins here. Give me confidence, that there's actually something here to build off.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the fact that they were able to get a draw out of FM last week, Imperial, it was fantastic for them. Previous to that, they got a draw against Infuse, which perhaps they'll be a little bit disappointed with, and then we look back to week 1 when they lost to XL. That might be a big part in this game. But we are getting into the knife round, and obviously knife round on Overpass, extremely important in my eyes. What would you rather have? Would you rather have Terror side or CT side to start with? Or do you think these teams would prefer either of those?
I think for Fish123, as a mix, it's a lot easier to, in a sense, pug CT side Overpass. For Imperial, I don't think it makes too much of a difference. They are a team, they are a structured team, so either way, they're going to have strats, they're going to be able to grind out rounds.
Interesting that we've got a
I'm
player just dancing around.
He really wants CT side.
We saw this last week as well. We saw a few of the players actually.
It's an hour on the clock. Usually it's like 1 minute or 2 minutes. Yeah. I think it does play into the fact of how important it is to get the CT side for this team, because they are a mix.
Sure.
When you're playing your T side Overpass, a lot of questions, right? Who's going to be the B-Lurk? Who's going to be the player going towards Connector? Who's going to be... What's the pack? The three...
Almost got it.
I was going to say.
Almost got it. Not quite. In the end, the knife will go to you.
So,
but carry on with your point.
Yeah, your T-side Overpass, as your default, you're going to have one player lurking that side B. Is that going to be Robin? Is he going to be in the middle of the round trying to probe for information, try and go out monster, try and hedge the guy barrels, try and find an opening? One player towards Connector, and then you're going to have your pack, your 3 players that are going to be taking over toilets, taking over A. But anyway, we'll be going into the first pistol round. And on the CT side... They haven't bought anything. Maybe they're discussing about the kit. Maybe they're discussing whether they want to go 5 sets of arm. Actually, no, a smoke there for Jacob. That's very strange. You very rarely see that. But on the T side, we're going to be seeing 5 sets of arm. It's going to be a fast play. You can see Robin as well going towards B, so that answers my question.
With a smoke, where would you expect that from Jacob?
Could be towards... Somewhere towards A. Could be for the bomb plant. Could be towards the stairs. Could be for truck. There's so many different places it can be. But these guys might even end up going towards B.
Yeah, they might do. At the moment, they're just pushing down A long, just checking toilets as well. T-Sack at the moment being very cautious, checking all their angles, which is good. You've got to be very wary in these pistol rounds. Such crucial rounds as now. T-Sack is changing his mind. They are going to dart towards B site instead. There is going to be someone defending ever so slightly. You can see they're watching short, watching every single angle on the CT at the moment, but the burst is going to come through from T-Sack. Tries to get shots onto Connor, but Windancy gets the opening frag. Can he find a second one as well? No, he can't. T-Sack gets one of his own, but Connor and Jacob are doing work on the site at the moment, leaving just 2 terrorists alive. Can Sliggy and T-Sack do the unthinkable here? They need to back off. They need to work together, and it looks like they're going to run away from this fight.
This is the problem. Now that you're running away, these CT players can go back towards A. They can get in very good positions. They can get lodged in, behind truck, behind bank. Very hard for Fish123 to find the plant. At this point, 2 versus 4, the chance of them winning the round is so low. They are playing for the bomb plant. They're playing for that 3rd round bye. Yeah,
they are just going to maybe double back on themselves and head back towards the B site. There are still 3 players at B site. Just the one has headed over to A, so they're not committing too much, Imperial. They're very aware of where Fish could come at them from. I think a little bit of information was had there. They noticed them in connector, so perhaps we'll see a rotate coming around to A now, but T-Sack pushing through toilets nice and quickly. Is he going to be able to pick up a frag? If he can pick up this frag and get the bomb down, it could be huge, but Boaster's going to be the first point of defense. He's going to back off and just hide here, see if he can do anything.
Smart play here. Doesn't want to give away the opportunity for Fish123 to have any chance of winning the round, but the bomb will be planted now. Reason rotating in through truck, trying to find that kill. Can he take the first one and make it 1 versus 3?
Yeah, Sliggy just managing to stay alive, dancing around at the moment. They're all going to come at him though. Connor picks up the frag, just leaving T-Sack, who probably is not going to have any chance of stopping this bomb, but he's going to try and rotate through toilet, see if he can get an angle. They are going to be defusing it. If he can find Jacob with a little quick headshot, but he's not going to have time as Reason finds one between the eyes in toilet there. And that is going to be the pistol going to Imperial.
Fish123, they're going for the all-around pistol strat. You go through connector, you go through toilets, you go through long, you're trying to make noise, you're trying to force a rotation from the B-bomb site, from the CTs, so that there's 2 players on the B-bomb site. Imperial, they read it, they kept 3 players there, 2 players spotting towards A for information. They didn't see a push, they kept 3B, and that allowed Imperial to secure that first round on the board. And the pistol for the CT side is so important to get your economy rolling, right? The reason I mentioned the T-pistol being so important, on the first buy round, the CTs, if they do force up, they will not have Molotovs, smokes, and counter nades.
And there's going to be 4 pharmacists, just the 1 UMP for Imperial. So you see a lot of teams favouring that kind of 5 SMG or maybe just 4 SMG strat, but they are going to be more confident in their rifles, and it is a force buy from Fish123 coming through as well. Thoughts on this on these 4 pharmacists?
Typically you see the UMP builds up $600, very good close range, very high armor penetration. Talking about close range here, T-Sack with the Deagle trying to find an opening. Boaster playing an off angle here, should be able to find 1 or 2 kills on these unarmored players.
Yeah, important position here from Boaster if he can get the jump, but Kita is going to be the first player, possibly, to spot him. Actually, he's inside. I tell a lie. He does have a Molotov as well. He's going to throw out. Can't quite find Robin. Has got more grenades to work with, and his teammates are well aware of where these T's are pushing from now. So it's a question of whether the T's are going to continue this. Are Fish going to push through, or are they going to back off? They're in quite an awkward position, and they've all been tagged down very low. But T-Sack hits the first shot with the Deagle, as now Jacob just trying to spray down with the Fama, see if he can find anything. That just tapping away. And at the moment, look at all those. Look at the health of all those Fish players.
Health as well, but armor is very important. These players are unarmored, so one bullet from these Famases will take them down, and now Connor could easily get fined. 2 or 3 kills it. Sliggy does fall, and now can they get more remaining players? Sprays and Dabba doesn't quite connect the kill, making it a 4 versus 2, but still, Reason here with the HP. Jacob pushing in fast on B short, trying to make this the round for Imperial. Yeah,
but it's just going to be Reason trying to defend here. He's already found 2. Can he find a 3rd as well? They're very weak on the site. He's just dancing around doing what he can as Reason is tagged down so low. Jacob's also low, and that's just going to be a 1v1 now. Huge chance for Robin here to win the round, which he does find it with the UMP. They managed to pick up incredible stuff from Fish to get back into it. Such a big round for them.
Connor needed to find that 2nd kill. He sprays down Sliggy. He needs to find the 2nd kill there on the play towards B short. If he found that, should have been around there for Imperial. The problem is those Famases, close range, they're not as good as the SMGs. Fish123 with no armor, win that round. That puts their economy in such a good position. Also saving an SMG there and buying up the AKs. If they can take this one, they can get the lead, get the momentum, and this could be a very, very heavily favored Fish123 half.
Yeah, such a crucial round. Deagle's coming out for Imperial, and just confirmation that player is in fact Batham. I was a little bit confused at first, but
my bad.
that is Batham. As Sliggy picks up the opening one onto Connor. Connor was trying to find something through Monster, but couldn't get the opening pick. Instead, now Fish do have the 5 versus 4 advantage here.
Yep. Fish123, they have the money, they have the guns, they don't want to give away any kills. There's no reason for them to push individually. Stay alive, keep your economy afloat. You know, this is fine. Probing for information, he's not overcommitted. He needs to stay alive here. The better money Fish123 has, once they start losing rounds later on into the half, they're going to have money to keep buying and keep the pressure heavy on Imperial.
I think what's really important as well is just destroying the economy of Imperial and taking away that AWP from the likes of Connor, from the likes of Jacob, because they can make a real difference when they have those weapons in their hand. And you can see now Fish just edging their way onto B site. They haven't noticed anyone yet, but Sliggy finally finds Reason just dancing around. I think he was boosted up. His wind dance, he's going to be in water and eventually gets taken down by Batham. Jacob comes in for the backstab, does find Sliggy. That's probably all he is going to find though. He's going to dance around, finds a second as well, so it does a little bit of damage to the economy there.
Yep, 2 kills for the side of Imperial. The problem is that you're forcing into that round. Is 2 kills enough? I wouldn't say so, right there. Imperial, they needed that round win. And look at the money as well. Connor did force buy into that round, and for some reason he's wide-facing Monster. Very, I don't want to say questionable, but he's trying to play for information, right? If he spots now a Monster, he can rotate towards A, he can stack towards A and hope that Fish123 attack that bomb site. So that's the thought process to why he's doing it. And now the Filika comes out. This should be a very, very easy round for Fish123. They don't want to lose players here. Stack the money up on, you know, hopefully Keto with the SMG.
Jacob, what are you doing? There's fire there. He literally just dropped into it. I don't know if he thought he was okay, but either way, he is going to burn to a crisp on the barbecue. I know what you're saying about Connor with the wide peak is crazy. He was hitting shots last week here, there, and everywhere, so I can understand his confidence. But he was just trying to find that info. Yes. Robin now trying to find information of his own. He's just spraying shots into connector here. Will eventually get taken down by Boaster. So if they can find that weapon, perhaps there is a chance to get back in the round. But you can see Batham's coming around to stop any chance of that happening. Tries to get the spray down as T-Sack picks up one onto Reason as well. And that is going to be a lot of dancing coming out from Boaster. Somehow survives, but eventually Keita comes through and shuts him down.
Yep, 4 versus 2 now. Heavily favouring Fish123. Right now for Imperial, the goal for them is to take one more gun out of the hands of the T side. Killing 2 players, that's what, $7,500 worth of investment for P250s, you know. You're losing the round anyway, you know, very high chance of losing that round. The job is to do economical damage as much as you can. 2 kills for them, they'll be happy with that. The problem is they've only got 1 so far, so half of the mission has been accomplished. But still 30 seconds left, and Windansky towards B, can he find that 1 extra kill?
Yeah, Windansky needs to just get the jump on someone here. Connor has found himself an AK though, so he did wait, he was patient, bided his time, and now he's going to bring that AK through connector as well. So he could do some real damage with this. If he can get a nice push on that, he's going to try and spray through. Yeah, just a distraction. Now that's a good chance for Windansky to push through, but instead he's not going to do that, and now he's going to get smoked off as well. Will he push through the smoke is the real question. Bullets raining down next to him. They're very aware there could be someone there, but they don't know for certain. And now it's going to be a question of when Windansky goes for this. Is he going to go for some sort of crazy ninja player? I don't think Fish would let it happen.
Yeah.
But
just wants a kill. Connor there shooting towards Connector. He wants one of these players to push and try peek him Connector, and obviously Windansky being behind them, headshot in the back of their head. Boom, you're done. See ya. That's 2 kills for them.
Yep, Sliggy is going to be the lone defender on the site. So Windanski can pick it up, but he can't. Sliggy finds him, and Connor is just going to be saving this AK. Is anyone going to run into him? T-Sack is going to be the first person that could even come close, as Connor might be able to take the weapon away.
No armor.
No armor. Eventually gets the spray down, takes down T-Sack. Really important kill, and
yeah, for
even
sure.
more important, surviving with that weapon, to be honest.
So, first buy round, the first full buy round of the half, we're going to be seeing no AWP on the CT side. That does change a lot of things, right? How aggressive does Imperial want to be? When you haven't got the AWP, it's hard to play quite passive towards toilets, towards A, because the angles are so long. Actually, they have an AWP. Has he got no armor? Yeah. He has no armor. That's my bad. I should check the buy before explaining things, but you can see how much more passive they play as soon as they have the AWP. When you do play the 5 rifles, you generally play fast. Talk about playing fast. Fish123, they're pushing B.
Yeah, they wanted to burst in here. Sliggy gets tagged down to 22, though. He's going to have to hang back. The nade should take him out as well from Connor, but he throws it a little bit too far. Goes for the Kobe. Windanski comes in, and Connor and Windanski now just holding down this B site. T-Sack gets absolutely destroyed, too. Now it's just Batham and Keita to try and push into the site, and they're just on short. They're hovering around. They should get swarmed here. They might get surrounded. It depends how aggressive Imperial want to get here.
The counter nades there for Imperial, so good. The counter flashes, stopping the push through Monster. Stunted the push, stunted the aggression, and Connor will find a last headshot down to Batham. 1 versus 5, Keita. The money's lower for Imperial, so any kill he gets here is so vital.
Definitely
If he finds a kill here, that could be a UMP, that could be an MP9 on the side of Imperial, and that's a higher chance of Fish123 to win the round. The following, but the fact he's picked up the AK might just save that.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to escape with his life. 50 seconds to survive, and it's going to be a big question of whether Imperial go hunting here. I mean, if you were in Imperial's shoes...
Don't hunt.
Snods, you say
don't hunt. Your money's low, their money's high. At this point, it's a trade, okay? What do you gain and what do you lose? If if you lose a player, you've lost an M4, a $3,100 investment on your player, and your money's low. You can't reinvest that. For Fish123, what do they lose? Well, $2,700, but look at their money. 3K compared to 10,000 is very different from 3,000 compared to 3,700. You got to look at it from both sides.
Yeah, great work from Connor there on the B side. Picking up a 4K.
Yeah, you can see how he's
not
facing as well. Tracks the nade, the counter flash comes in, peeks in, easy 2 frags there.
Such a difficult position to try and attack when someone is on those barrels.
Yeah, and now we're going to be seeing the AWP on the side of Sliggy. How does he decide to play this? Does Fish123 play around him? Do they give him time to go for the picks? Or will he play contact off of the AWP, try and play a bit faster, try and lead with the AWP and go for a contact play? But by the looks of things, it's looking like a T default. But oh my god, both of them playing aggressive, finds T-Sack, and actually, can he get away for free? No, he can't. Instant trade there for Batham. A 4 versus 4, a trade there does favour the T side.
Yeah, it does indeed, but Jacob's seen if he can pick anyone up, but Batham's not going to push any further, so a nice confident, early, bold move coming out from Boaster, but he wasn't able to escape from his life. Sliggy now just creeping in. Can he find anyone? Yes! He finds the bottom of Windanski, looks for the second, but he can't quite connect with it. It's going to back off, but perhaps the damage is done now for the team, as they have a man advantage. That's going to be even better for them. Where do they go here now, though?
This is the problem for the CT side. You can see the rotation there from Reason. He's going to have to play towards Heaven. He needs to be fast rotate towards A, and a fast rate to rotate towards B. The fact that Windanski there means that the fact that he dies there means there can't be a 2-2 setup on the CT side. It has to be a 1.5 basically. Reason has to be fast rotate, but is he going to be there fast enough for this B push?
Yeah, you can see Reason just around in Heaven at the moment. See if he can find anything, but they're taking this slow fish. They're biding their time, which is really good. You can see Sliggy just edging his way, seeing if anyone is going to be on barrels. Connor's not going to be there this time, but there is a lot on Connor. He's the only man on the site at the moment. He's pushed up to short. We find Keita. Can't quite find the spray down. Such an important kill coming through from Keita, and now it's all on Reason. Jacob will eventually come round, and he's going to try and rotate accordingly. But it is 3 versus 2. They're very weak, these terrorists, but the bomb is going to go down. I wonder if Jacob can pick up any important frags here, or if it's all going to be on Reason with this M4. They are backing off, though, at the moment.
Problem is, as well, the HP is low for the Fish123 side. They have flashbangs, so they can peek with flashes if need be. Sliggy with the smoke as well, trying to hold off Reason and his fellow teammate there, Jacob. But you can see there, smart play there from Robin around the smoke. He abuses it, finds Reason, catches him off guard. No flashbang needed. Doesn't matter about the HP because he's behind him.
And this is what I was going to say about last round as well. When obviously Jacob brought up that AWP without the armor, he didn't see anyone that round. So he was very fortunate. He kept the AWP through this round. But this round, he didn't even see anyone. He had to rotate late. And I think that was slightly fortunate that Fish were able to avoid him. But perhaps they knew that he would be holding AWP at A site rather than B.
I think for Fish123, you got to be hitting those, mate. I don't know.
At least he survived. I think that's the important thing there.
For me, I think Fish123, if they don't find that peak towards B, I still think they go for a slow play towards A, right? Because attacking the B bomb site with 2 players is very, very difficult. I mean, the fact that Wendansky does fall there unnecessarily as well. I mean, I think it was Connor playing towards Monster. He hasn't got complete vision of shots, so Wendansky they're facing unnecessarily, but still a decent buy there for Imperial. Didn't expect such a good buy. I think Jaken managed to drop over a FAMAS or a UMP there. But still, force buy here for Imperial is still good. You've got the rifles and SMG. They can still bring this one back. The problem is if Fish123 win this, reset the economy, once again they're towards me, but look at the CT push. They've pushed information. This is going to allow Jacob as well to rotate towards where the action is, and this could be the game breaker. This could be what changes things, but Robin finds the headshot. Here comes the B push.
Yeah, they're going to come in for more now. Wendansky going to throw out defensive grenades. Jacob's trying to do what he can, but Robin takes him down. Wendansky so much on him, but Robin gets a third now, as he's just going to throw a Molotov over. He's just looking for more. He's an absolute phenom when it comes to this game, and now he's going to try and just destroy Imperial's hopes of finding their way back into it. They've got utility to work with as well, Fish. This is going to be extremely difficult for Imperial to retake.
Yeah, they still have to save this one. Reason, I don't think he can find a gun as well because all the kills happen towards B, and right now that's where the T's are swarmed. So save the UMP, save the M4A1S. You know, even if you lose as a CT, you still got the money. You still get the money bonus into the next round. It's not like a T where you don't get anything. So it's fine for them to save. But yeah, Fish123, they've broken the economy of Imperial. Question is right now, if you're Imperial, you save these two guns. Can we get the can we press tab and get the money up, please, Observer, if that's okay? So 1.2k, you've lost one round, that's 1.4k. Second round, you've lost now 1.9k, and you can see Reza can drop a UMP, Bosa can drop a UMP. Oh, if they had $50 more, that could be a FAMAS, and obviously a FAMAS is much better versus the AKs, but still, they can drop two UMPs. You can get a CZ buy on another player. Do they go for the force buy? Or do they quasi and go for the full buy into the next one? And it's looking like a quasi here. And yeah, who knows? Maybe they can have a miracle run. Maybe Boaster can play aggressive, find an early kill. Connor or whatever towards B can pick up that AK, and suddenly a 5 versus 4, they have an extra gun. Who knows? You can see he's already playing quite aggressive.
And what I like from Fish is that they were relatively quick with their push as well. They got the information the round previous that Boaster had been quite aggressive, was getting that information. Instead, it was Reason going for the information play this time. But by the time he'd got information, Fish had already pushed on to that B site, and they'd already done the damage, so the rotations weren't able to come through. And now Fish123 are going to try and press on from a really important round.
Yep, typical DT default. That's a nice flick there from Sliggy. A day after LAN, he's still pulling off those shots, but still. A very, very common T default versus an anti-eco. You know the Imperial on pistols and so forth, so you don't want to go towards toilets. Or if you do go towards toilets, you need to be together. But typically, you have one player play connector, one player play outside B, that was Sliggy with the AWP. The rest of the players go towards A long, that's where the long range duels are. Take control of long, then float into toilets, take control of that, execute onto A. Very, very safe round. You don't want to lose your guns. Yeah,
the executes are coming through, but Jacob will find a frag onto Batham. Tries to find a weapon as well, but TSAC comes in to get the trade. Important, he did get that trade. You don't want to give away one of those weapons as now Fish are going to push through. It looks like they're going to change their mind. They're going to go for B, despite throwing all those grenades toward the A site, as Imperial did rotate, so it's going to be a welcome map on the door for them. And they're going to get this bomb down very easily, and the question is, do Imperial even bother to try and retake this?
I think so. The players into the next one, they're still going to have a bar. You can try and dent this T economy as much as you can. The problem is, what are you going to do? Their money is so high. Oh, this is a good boost. This could get 1 or 2 kills. The problem is, look, Robert can see the gun there.
Just going to back off slowly. Finds the head of Reason, but Connor comes out and finds one of his own. It is 2 versus 3, but TSAC will make that a different matter as Keita picks up the final frag of the round.
They're still going to have a buy into the next round. So no worries here. You can see 4K. Oh, actually, Jacob can buy AWP armor this time. How do they play? Okay, when you're playing 5 rifles on your CT side, I was going to say cobblestone then. On your CT side overpass, it's very hard to play CT side without an AWP. You need information if you're playing for 5 rifles. That's why we saw a push, an early push to try and get Jacob into the right position. You need information to try and get your star players, quote unquote, into the right positions. And already you can see Boaster and his fellow teammate pushing long. This is what I was talking about.
Yeah, just sheer aggression coming through. Can they find anyone in Park? At the moment, it's not going to be the case. Batham, is he going to get away with this one? Are they going to get caught? No. First one's going to come down to TSAC. Finds the second onto Batham as well. So Boaster's been trying that aggression every round. Eventually it's going to pay off. He's rewarded with a bomb. You can see he has just stood on now, and this makes it extremely difficult for Fish. Tags Keita through the wall as well. That's absolutely incredible stuff. Must have heard footsteps.
Yeah, must have been something.
Just leaves Sliggy on his own now with the AWP on this A site.
Boaster's definitely on the gear there to try and wall bang that player through wood. Connor finds the final one there. 3-6. This is the problem, right? This could be a blessing in disguise for Imperial. They've won this round. The money is decently low. They played it well. They didn't have many players die, and that's very important because if they'd won that round and only 2 players survived, and they lose this subsequent round now, their money would have been reset. The money would have been broke. There would have been a double double eco. But the fact that they had 5 or 4 players stay alive is a big factor into this one, because even if they lose it, they can still get a decent buy into the next one. But still, we're looking like we could be seeing a fast play here from Fish123. They're waiting for the nades to be extinguished. Molotovs and co. Flashbangs, utility goes over. Can Robin find the opening?
Yeah, Connor's got a lot on him. He finds the first one to Robin, looks for a second as well. It will be Batham. He just misses it. Batham gets the trade and finds a second of his own now. They're pushing in, but they're all going down like flies. Batham's doing such damage at the moment. We've just got 2 players remaining on Imperial, and the retake's going to be extremely difficult against 4. So much on Jacob. If he can find a frag now, perhaps they can go for a retake, but I'm even thinking, consider the save.
The AWP for the retake. Actually, retaking this bomb site isn't that... I was going to say, isn't that hard with the AWP because of the long-range angles like that, and Boaster finds Keita coming for the flank.
Okay.
This is suddenly a 2 versus 2 at the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, this is a different matter now. They've got those picks, and if they can work together, push at the same time. T-Sack, he has whiffed slightly, but he does eventually find the frag, and then Batham finds his 4th as well. So there was a little glimmer of hope from Imperial, but Fish do take the round.
So typically when you're retaking bomb sites in and after plant with the AWP, it's very, very difficult. Maps like, sites like A Site Mirage is actually very good for the AWP because long-range distances from Tetris, ramp to CT, or jungle to Palace. Very similar towards rotating from A to B, going for that retake. You've got your Heaven, you're looking towards short, towards Monster, very long range angles. The AWP's actually good for the retake. It's one of those unique sites actually. We saw Jake in there the first, unfortunately for him. You know, in the end, T-Sack hit that nice readjustment shot after with the first one, and that does make it 7-3. And I mentioned a blessing in disguise, or blessed with a curse, whatever the saying is. You know, look at them now, reset.
Yeah, going to need to see a lot of work coming out from Windansky here. And Reason with those Deagles. We've seen such damage already in the ESL Premiership throughout the weeks that Deagles have won rounds. And eco rounds like this have been thrown by great teams like Endpoint, like Fish. We've seen it happen before. Even FM threw a few rounds like this. So I wonder whether Imperial are going to find a frag.
I mean, the second round of the game, third round of the game, it was full eco on Fish123 side. Let's see if Imperial can bounce back and do the same to Fish123, even though I highly doubt it, because those rounds are 1 in 100.
I do like what Fish are doing here, though. Just biding their time. Obviously, they know they're facing against an eco, or they should do if they're judging the economy the right way. So they're just playing it patient and just waiting and seeing if Imperial are going to come to them.
And I mentioned before, Robin is that player who's on the other side of the map, who's probing for information. He's trying to see if they're stacking. And once he faces here and spots 3 players in a flashbang, they know to go B because it's a stack on A. And you can see them pushing Monster to an empty B bomb site.
Yep. As I said earlier, just a welcome mat. I mean, that will be an AK for Jacob, but I'm not sure that's going to help too much. Of course, it's still a chance as Imperial now, they're dashing towards this B site, and Keita will find Reason. Windansky's trying to find what he can with the Deagle, but he's going to be smoked off. He's probably going to push through it. Pushes through it to his death, though, as Batham gets the kill. Keita finds Connor, and it is just Jacob remaining with the AK, and it's going to be a save.
Observer, could we take a look at the cash, if possible? So, yeah, money is decently low for Fish123 side. A few players there can hunt. The problem is, Jacob, he's legged, he's on his bike, he's off. But yeah, Fish123, 4 players staying alive here versus the eco. Very important for them, very important for their money. We saw that like some of those players were on 10,000, 11,000, and instantly now 400, 100, 3,000, 3,000. So it's money can shift very, very fast when their rounds are close. We saw in that 2 versus 1, that 2 versus 2 retake. Those rounds really do dent your economy. But still, gonna be the buy now. Jacob saves the AK, he can chuck that over. And that's going to allow one of the players to get 4 nades as well. And having nades on the B bomb site could actually be the difference maker. We see Fish123 going for the contact plays towards B. Having a Molotov once those flashes come in. Having counter flashes. So Connor spots a player, flashes in. Peeking with the flashbang versus an AWP. Very, very important. Jacob here potentially going for the fast pick here. He wants to make it a one-man advantage. The problem... Oh, actually, there is a player there. Just jumped down. But I don't think Keita's going to push. He's going to play smart. He knows right now Imperial have to make the play. He knows the ball is not in his court.
Yeah, I was going to say before this round even started, I'd like to see Jacob switch it up a little bit with the AWP because he's kind of been out of the action and constantly been rotating, and that's when he's been doing his damage. He might be able to find Keita, which will be a great pick. Does find it. So they've got the early frag now, and the information will be had from Fish. They'll know that Jacob was down there, but Jacob was able to retreat with his life. So good work from him being able to find that early one. Are Fish going to get aggressive with this, or are they going to slow things down a little bit is probably the real question. Do
Imperial expect Robin and Batham already in toilets? This is the problem, right? You're taking control of connector. Boaster hears this, but hears him going towards B. Does Jacob expect this? Spots the players. He knows they're very, very close. The problem is he's alone and isolated. If the push comes in right now for Fish123, Jacob could be in a very bad situation. He's not jumping. He saw them close. And that's it. A bomb site, and the bomb is already rotating in. Boaster's on the flank, though. He could be the saving grace here.
Yeah, big chance for Boaster, but he is still quite far away. And I wonder whether he's going to get caught out rotating as well. Sliggy has an opportunity to come through connector. And at the moment now, with Fish regaining this control, Imperial suddenly have to move very fast, and a few of them are still stuck on that B-bomb site.
Goodness,
this is a real chance for Boaster. He is going to flash out. He is going to bide his time. He's going to find Batham as the first one. Looks for the second. Can he get the sprint on T-Sack? Yes, he does. Looks behind him. Can he find more? Sliggy and Robin both waiting there. They've both got AWPs though, so this is a good chance for them to watch it. Robin finds the first one onto Boaster. He is going to look for more. The information will be had though. Windansky, Reason, can they do anything? They're just being picked off like flies at the moment, but Robin whiffs that one.
There's no smoke.
Down a defensive. No smokes to work with, of course. So they have to get aggressive, Imperial, here.
This is the problem. Bomb is ticking, and no kit on the CT side means it's going to have to be a save. Once again, Fish123 win that Boaster with the hero play. He flashbangs, and, you know, I questioned it because if you're behind the players, right, you're gonna have a much higher chance because when you flash, it's like, boom, I'm here, shoot at me, right? The thing is, though, we have 20/20 vision. We know that there's no one watching us, so it's, you know, Boaster made the right play there. He got 2 kills. The problem was no smoke for the bomb after plant versus double AWPs. Why are you not flashing? They're not flashing these angles. They know they're AWPing. They're just dry facing into them. I think the pressure or the moment gets them. They're not thinking before they're acting. And it definitely shows, right? The experience is on the side of Fish123. The players are on the side of Fish123. Right now, there's a reason they're heavily in the lead.
There's a reason why they're at the top of the table as well.
For sure.
As they're looking to continue their journey, possibly towards the finals. With 2 wins, they would make it. But next week, they'll face off against their closest rivals in the table of FM.
Yeah, if they win here, if they win 2-0 tonight, that puts them at 14 league points. So very, very strong position, and obviously it comes down to the FM versus endpoint, FM versus Fish123 even. But still, slow play once again. They've got 2 AWPs. Oh my god, Robin can actually jump this and spot this. Sorry, but fortunately for him, he does whiff that. But he gets the information. That's all that matters. They know 1 AWP is towards connector. Do they anticipate another AWP towards monster? Okay, a lot of the times, if you're running a double AWP setup, you shoot an AWP one place and then you peek the other with the other AWP. A flash peek. That's what I wanted to see in the last round. Why weren't they doing that before?
Connor not getting too aggressive though. He doesn't want to push for that AWP, but he's just worried anyone was there to back him up. But actually, he will be able to get that weapon relatively easily, as Boaster now is going to be holding this on short. He's not jumping around like Jacob was last round when he got caught with his pants down. Instead, Fish are just edging their way around. It looks like they're going to go for a B-site push instead. They have favoured B-site quite a lot throughout this game. They've moved to A a couple of times when information has been had.
So, they know Connor's low HP. Actually, they know he's low HP. 1 bullet from Keaton will take it. Now Windansky gets to hold this from water position. Doesn't quite get that kill. Player there, Batham does find that. 2 entries towards the B bomb site. Bomb is planted. 1 kill on Reason. I was going to say a flash on Jacob, but unfortunately for him, he does fall.
Yeah, Reason's going to try and retake down to 2 HP now. He's going to look for anything, but Batham's going to be there.
Saving.
Boaster going to have to save yet again. It seems to be the story for Imperial at the moment. It's save, save, save again.
So, Fish123, they know Connor's low, and they know that they use the flashbang. One of the things when you're playing versus a low economy CT side or a low economy, you know, whatever team that's in a rut in terms of their money, is bleed out their utility, play slow, wait for them to use their smokes, wait for them to use their mollies, wait for them to use their flashbangs. And when you know they're doing this weird quasi-buy, you know they're going to have 1 or 2 flashes. They've chucked a flash B. They're probably going to have a flash A, which they did on Jacob. Problem is, Connor uses 1 flash, boom, no utility. Very, very easy contact play for Fish123. Their Connor does fall. Play gets the second entry. Batham, sorry, gets the second entry towards B. Round over.
I think a little bit sparse here as well for Imperial now.
Yeah, I mentioned Connor was my man of the match. You know, very versatile player. Sometimes he's AWPing, sometimes he's rifling. His spray downs haven't been the best, you know, FAMAS and M4, whatnot. But his headshot is he's very, very clean aim. Very, very good aim. Very good at getting those nice flick headshots. Flashy shots.
And this could be game over if Imperial don't take this round, and T-Stack comes through and gets killed that he had no right to get, to be honest. Taking down Windansky. Now Fish get a little bit aggressive. Boaster, once again, trying to take an angle here. Can't find anything though. Robin comes flying around the corner, gets the headshot. And now there's just 3 players remaining from Imperial. This should be easy pickings for Fish. Keita finds another onto Connor. And Reason and Jacob, once again, just find themselves in a position saying, what happened? How have we suddenly found ourselves in a 2 versus 5 here?
If this was all blank, I would say Fish123 was the team and Imperial was the mix. But still, this round is not over. Reason has somehow, I was going to say, got into toilets unspotted, but the AWP there from Sliggy does spot him. Reason now pushing towards toilets, does not expect Batham there. On the side, on the flank, will take him down. Jacob, last alive, 1 versus 4. Imperial on the CT side, I mean, you're getting aggressive, right? You have the AWP. Why is Boaster pushing parties? He's trying to equalize the numbers. He's trying to make the play for his team. because he's doing it alone. There's a player on A site, there's one player A site, there's one player party. They're all alone, they're not playing together. Fish123 as a mix are playing more as a team than Imperial are. They're actually a team. And it's just the chemistry, it's the experience. These guys have played together in leagues for years, and it's definitely showing. 11-3, the buy comes in. It's going to be an absolutely abysmal buy on the CT side. Famis's, UMPs, and so forth. I think an M4 there on Reason, and maybe a flashbang and a P90.
And that seems like Reason is not feeling particularly confident in his shot.
Could go connector, could play close monster.
Maybe
I think one thing you can do actually with the P90 is if you play close to the smoke. Oh, I don't even know where he is. Where's Connor? So he's playing towards short. One thing you can do is once you know the execute comes in, you can smoke off an area, and with the P90, when the T's jump through the smoke, it's very good.
Oh, this is a good chance for him to use that P90, but he's not able to as Jacob picks up 2. Is it going to be enough though as Keita comes through, gets 2 of his own. Connor now through the smoke, finds T-Sack as well. Sliggy is going to back off. Connor finds himself an AK, and now it's a 3 versus 2 advantage. Perhaps this is a way for them slightly back into the game as Windansky picks up Keita as well. Just Sliggy now with the AWP is, of course, the last round of the half, so he is going to go for it. Can't find the first frag with the AWP there, does back off, does have utility to work with, just wants that bomb to be honest, but he's going to be forced out by the Molotov coming out from Imperial now, and he's getting flanked from every direction. Does smoke himself off, so he's going to survive ever so slightly, pushes through the smoke, is he going to find? Boaster gets the frag with the USP, but 11-4, very interesting first half. I think you hit the nail on the head by saying Fish123 look like more of a team than Imperial. It seems like Imperial are kind of playing into the hands of Fish123 by offering those individual battles, by getting too aggressive.
The thing is as well, that final round there is what we should have been seeing rounds and rounds ago, because you had aggression, right? But it was done correctly. They were pushing together. It wasn't one player party, one player connector, and then the random rotate from the player B is the player connector dies. It was just very weird and mismanaged players all over the map. They're not playing together. You saw what happened. Connor died, and initially, the way they were playing beforehand, you know, alone and as an individual, that would have meant, boom, that's it. Map control, taken by the T's, no trade frags. But the fact they finally played together, you can see here, the bait and switch setup, they actually managed to get kills because they're playing together, playing as a team. That's the first round I actually saw it, and it's a shame because this could have been 8-7, 9-6 in favor of Imperial for actually playing proper Counter-Strike.
Well, so now moving into the T side for Imperial, obviously if they are more of a team than we say about Fish, perhaps this is a good chance for them to come back into it. Perhaps their T side's going to be phenomenal, and maybe Fish will struggle to deal with Imperial's T side. What are your thoughts on that?
It was 11-4, and the pistol went in favor of Imperial. So that says a lot. One round they win as the pistol, and actually we're already right into it. Wow, I didn't expect that one to be that fast. Kit and smoke on Sliggy, that's going to be used for the smoke diffuse. It's so hard for the Glocks to spam through the smoke and find that kill, that's why you buy it. But anyway, take it away.
Yeah, Imperial now have the chance. Can they take another pistol? Is they going to push through connector? They're going to push into bombardment coming in from T-Sack and Keita. Tita finds 2, is backing off as he reloads. Is he going to find a 3rd? Boaster's going to come in quite aggressively. They're all going to push it, but at the moment Keita's finding everything. He's found a 3rd. He's going to look for more as well. They're all trying to go for him. Eventually, he goes down, and we're down to a 3 versus 2. Keita's done so much damage there. We
saw something very similar in the first pistol where it was Sliggy and T-Sack in the 2 versus 4. Trying to find an opening somewhere on the map, but they played it together, and already, when Danska's in connector, Bose is going A, they've already split up. This is the problem. They need to play together if they want any chance of getting the bomb down, or, God forbid, taking the round win. It's going to be very hard for Fish123 to give this one up.
And who is the man in Imperial that is making the calls? Who should be directing
it?
So Jacob's obviously in his death screen. He should be communicating to Imperial now, saying,
Not
look,
always.
You should get together.
So there's a thing called like ghost talk, and it's how much should the player be, a dead player be talking when the other players are alive, because you're not in the situation, you're not in the moment, right? And that works both ways. It's good and bad. And actually going towards A could be good and bad as well, because it's Batham alone here and 2 players boosting towards B. So let's see if this can actually pay off for the T side.
Yeah, you can see Batham is jumping around, see if he can find anything. It's going to be Windansky coming from long. Batham did spot him, but he's backed off. He's waiting. He's communicating with his teammates. And you can see the rotation is coming through now as well, as Boaster's going to come in and get aggressive on the site. Are they going to go for this? It does look like they are. Boaster's going to put the bomb down. Is Robin going to be able to find a frag onto Windansky, though? Eventually taps away and finds him. Finds a second as well. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Yep.
Fish get the pistol round and possibly the game here.
Thing is, right, first pistol round of the match, getting the bomb down is very important because you want those early rounds. The problem is it's already 12-4, right? Fish123, you can see Batham, he doesn't want to play aggressive. He knows even if the bomb goes down, who cares? We're 12-4 up, it doesn't matter if they're going to buy an extra round early. He allows the bomb to be planted, fine. But the conversation we're talking about, like the conversation we're having beforehand about the ghost talk and how much you should have, the problem is when you're in the moment, you're maybe a bit stressed out, under pressure, you're not thinking about all the possible options. But when you're not alive as well, the same thing happens. You're watching from a backseat driver's point of view. You're not in the moment.
Oh, we've all been there in matchmaking
For sure.
when a Russian player comes through and tells
He's
you.
sticking at all that stuff, you know, in 1
He's
versus 1.
defusing the man, come on!
Yeah, exactly.
Shoot
When someone taps it or he's in the smoke, all that stuff. Anyway, force spike comes in from Imperial. And typically when the bomb goes down, you save. The problem is, if they save here, it's going to be 13-4. And let's be honest, the chance of Imperial win that is very, very low. They go for the force buy. They're slowly playing towards toilets. They want the close range action. They want the Tech 9s to be, or the Tech 9s, the UMPs to be in good use. Problem is, Fish123 playing passive. They're not giving any openings, any opportunities for the T side. They're playing it very, very well. And for Fish123, it's not about economy. It's about the round win. Every round, you've just seen 4 more, and that's it. You're done 1-0. Yeah,
for sure. This is Imperial's chance to get back into the game now. They need to take this one if they want to make anything of Overpass. It was a pretty rusty CT half for them, but they do have the opportunity now. If they can win this round, they have forced up. Perhaps they can push on and have a phenomenal T side of their own. Robin's going to be the first point of defense at Monster. Does spot out Connor, gets the spray down, tags him down to just 10 HP. And now the push is coming through from Imperial because they're well aware they have been spotted. Robin backs off into water. Everything's going to come down on him. Flashes, Molotovs, smokes, and he somehow still survives as the bomb goes down. Eventually finds Windansky. He's going to have teammates join him. Robin finds second.
Again.
Tries to get the third through the smoke, but he can't get it through the wall. Jacob finds one, finds two, cracks, reasons come through, and now it's just Fatham and Sliggy here, and suddenly this is looking great for Imperial. They've just got to find Sliggy. Sliggy and Water with such an opportunity here. Can he find more? No, he can't. Jacob shuts him down, and Imperial, that's exactly what they needed to do. It's the response that we expected, and could they push on from this?
Pulled the trigger too early. Fish123, Robin's got the first early 2 picks. It's currently a 3 versus 5. Why are they still pushing when the smokes are down? Just wait for the smokes to go. You have kits. Smokes go away. Flash in. Trade frag yourselves in. You've already got a 2-man lead. Rounds over. There's no chance for the T's to win that. Instead, they get a bit trigger happy. They pull the trigger too early. They push in when the smokes are down. That gives cover for the T's and allows it to be close range duels. And close range duels with those Tech 9s. We saw a reason there, the SMG as well. That's exactly the situation they want. Poor play for Fish123. Sloppy play would be the right description. Problem is, you can say sloppy play. When you're 12-5 up, you know, there's going to be mistakes.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Perhaps they're just a little bit overconfident. They thought maybe the game was over. Perhaps they weren't even expecting the buy coming through from Imperial. Perhaps they were expecting maybe just pistols to be attacking them on site. So they might have been caught off guard ever so slightly, as now Imperial really have to press on. They are going to be facing off against Deagles. There is one Swag 7 as well coming out from Keita, but they haven't pushed into him. He took a defensive position in Connector, but no one was going to be taking that spot. And as I said earlier, we've seen so much damage done with Deagles throughout the Premiership, so there's a big chance Fish could upset Imperial here. And if Fish do somehow take this round, it could be detrimental to Imperial's hopes, but they are going to push in onto the B site now. So much on Batham. Can he get one frag? It'd be so important as he finds one. Can't find the second. Reason does get the trade-off. They are going to get the bomb down. Robin is on short here, so he's going to try and push in. And he manages to get the bomb. So Connor, even in smoke, just great play from Robin finding him. Finds a second as well, because Keita's come to help him. And this is crazy. They haven't got the bomb down. It is a 2 versus 2. Windansky, thankfully, comes in to save the day by taking down the players on short.
They have a kill on Sliggy, so there is a saving grace here for the CT side. Sliggy with the Deagle, T-Sec as well. We saw T-Sec hit some nice Deagle shots on his T side. Can he repeat that on the CT side? Pushing in towards B short, into the water area. Flash comes in. Do the T's anticipate him so close when Windansky could get time to if he's looking towards short and not looking towards water? Sliggy there as a distraction, but the team flash comes in. Great flash, but somehow Windansky hasn't found the kill. It's a 1 versus 2 now, but both the players are low HP. Sliggy, smoke goes down, has the key, he's going to stick it. Both has to jump through. Does he know the spam? There's a molly there. Did it bounce off the... I think the smoke bounced off the molly.
It's all gone to tatters.
I think the smoke bounced off the molly there.
He thought he was going to jump through. The flames were still up. He had to go through the fire.
So the molly goes down. He puts the smoke onto the molly, but the molly bounces. That is such unfortunate scenes there for Boaster. Then again, right, even if the molly gets extinguished, he still has to jump through the smoke. You've got T-Sec there holding him, so very, very well played there from Fish123. And what on earth was going on there with Dansky? How did he not find that kill?
I mean, credit to Robin, though, for finding those kills, not only through the smoke onto the bomb, but also picking up that... Well, he didn't pick up the second. Keita came through to find him, but he'd already done the damage. And Sliggy's trying to spray down through smoke here, see if he can do a little bit of damage. You can see several players from Imperial were tagged down, but Boaster's found his way into party. Going to push toilets here. Such a big round for Imperial. Oh, every round is a big round for Imperial now if they're going to find their way back into it. And Fish doing exactly what they need to be honest. It seems like any sign of hope for Imperial, it's automatically shut down by these Fish players as T-Sac is going to be spotted out by Connor, but he can't find the frag. And Imperial just biding their time here.
They have got 3 rifles, 2 AKs on Wendanski and Reason. How are they going to play this round? Are they going to allow Reason and Wendanski time to try and find entries? Or are they going to slow things down? You see Dupree play this spot a lot towards sandbags on Astralis. He holds a spot and he waits for the CTs to try and retake B short. Once it reaches the middle of the round like it has now, typically, sometimes, or sorry I should say, you see the CTs try and take map control for information, and that's what that position's there for, but both to get spammed through the smoke. I think he's been seen on the radar, I'm not sure, but still pushes through and manages to get the headshot there, but instant trade from T-Sac. Now Reason, he needs to find an opening here from the B-bomb site.
Yeah, Robin's going to be the other side of the smoke, has got a Molotov to work with. Is he going to walk straight into Robin?
No.
The flash might save his life, as Robin is just actually hiding in the smoke. His teammate spots him for him, so he doesn't even have to do the work, finds Connor as well, and all the T's are going down, but Wendanski, once again, perhaps the saving grace, the chance for Imperial to win this round. Both T-Sac and Sliggy are backed off, but there are such low terrorists that they are fighting against. It's going to be extremely difficult. It's now
9
Wendanski.
seconds, 8 seconds.
Oh, Sliggy's somehow able to find that. And Shaq as well. They didn't have the bomb. They didn't get it down. And slowly but surely, Imperial are throwing this game away now. And I would like to think that Fish should be able... It's more of a formality now. I can't see Imperial getting back into this. Even when they show a little glimmer of hope, Fish do shut them down.
It's like a 95 to 5 right now. The chance of Imperial coming back into this one, especially after being reset there for their money, is so unlikely. They have an open boaster. I mean, I don't know. Is it Wendanski boaster? Is it Jacob? Is it Connor? I don't even know anymore, but still. Jacob pushing through and does fall through the smoke. T-Sac gets in, spams him through. That smoke is not a cement wall like most players think.
Reason's picked up one onto Robin, though, with the Deagle. And then Connor, you can see, just pushing through connector. No one was there to greet him as he's going to back off, and it looks like they're going to go for a B-site push instead. Wendanski's still hovering around party to see if he can get any sort of information. Keita, first point of defense here at Monster. Did take a look down at that weapon. He probably wants to trade it out, which he does. Finds the M4. He almost got caught out. And now Imperial, you can see, edging their way through Monster here. And I love this position on barrels. It's so hard to fight against, but can Reason spot him? Can he find the frag with the Deagle? Not just yet. He's got a grenade to work with as well, Keita.
He needs something.
He does definitely needs a lot of utility. Connor pushes through, finds the frag with the Tech 9. So this is good. They might be able to find their way onto the site here. Batham's got a lot to do, though.
He does indeed. They do have kits here, so they can try and slow this one down. It's a 3 versus 3. They know the T's are on low buy. They know their firepower will be low. Deagles and Tech 9s and so forth, and the HP as well is low. Play slow. They're not making the same mistake as last time. You can see them adjusting and learning from the mistakes. They're not pushing in where they don't need to. Sliggy, though, talking about pushing, comes from behind, finds one kill. Connor and Wendanski now to hold this.
Yeah, they're just biding their time, and now they're just picking them off one by one. Connor is the last point of defense, just on short, and he manages to find a consolation kill, but the diffuser's going to come through if they can find it, which they do. And Fish will find their 15th round, just one round away from taking a very confident overpass match.
15-5. Match point for Fish123. Very, very dominating show here. You can tell the experience is on the side of Fish123. They're not making the sloppy mistakes. They're playing together. They've got good chemistry. They're playing like a team, even though they don't practice. They're just good friends. They've played together for years. And this is what happens when you've got very smart players with good chemistry playing great Counter-Strike. 15-5, Imperial not really showing too much as well. I mean, I expected to see far, far more on their CT side. And the fact they lost that pistol as well on their T just really made it very hard.
Yeah, Sliggy gets the opening as well. And they're going to continue their aggression, but Reason's just going to go through the fire and flames and get burnt to a crisp. Sliggy continues his reign of terror as he pushes out onto long. Can't quite find the frag, but Robin's now going to come through from behind, picking up a kill onto Connor. Just when Wendanski and Jacob left to try and save anything in this game. They are going to take down Batham, so they might continue their storm down long here. So they do have smokes to work with, but Robin's going to come from behind. Can he find Wendanski? Yes, he can. And that is just going to be Jacob left. And Robin is an absolute phenomenal player. T-Sac going to come in, finish things off. 16-5, an incredible performance coming out from Fish123. Probably going to be a hard one for Imperial to swallow, though, because that may be their chances completely wiped out of finals.
So initially, it's quite surprising that Imperial are the ones making the sloppy play, not playing as a team, not playing as a unit, but then when you break it down, you actually have to think. Sliggy, Robin, Keita, T-Sac, these players have so much experience playing at the top level of the UK scene, playing together, and they're such good friends as well. And actually, that's the thing, right? Let's talk about friendship and how it plays a role in being in a team and enjoying who you're playing with, because when you're playing as a team and you're good friends, you're close to the people you're playing with, I think that actually helps in a sense for your T-sides, because you have trust in your teammates. trust in trade fragging, and trust that your teammate behind you is your back. So when you push in and you're that first player, you know that Keita, or not Connor, sorry, Keita or Sliggy, whatever is behind you, you know he's going to get that trade.